Good morning, class. Today we are going to start with a new poem that is called The Squirrel. It spells Squirrel. It spells Squirrel. You must note down the spelling so that you will never forget it. Okay, most of you will make mistake in this spelling, so just note down the spelling. So do you know what is a squirrel? You must have seen. Can you see the picture on the book? Yeah, you must have seen this rodent jumping around, hopping around, playing around in the school playground, on the trees near your houses, and it seems everywhere. It just keeps on jumping around. It seems to be a very mischievous rodent, does it? The poem that we are going to read today is all about a squirrel. Let's see how the poet describes it in his own words. Okay? And let's match our thoughts with the poet's thought. He wore a question mark for tail, an overcoat of grey. He sat up straight to eat a nut. He liked to tease and play. And if he ran around his tree, he went the other way. Okay. In the very first line, he wore a question mark for the tail. How does the poet describe the squirrel's tail? The poet describes the tail as a question mark. The tail looks as a question mark to the poet. Does it look the same to you? Just look at the picture. Do you find the tail resembling a question mark? Yes, it seems so. He wore a question mark for the tail. The poet is saying that the squirrel's tail looks like a big question mark. An overcoat of grey. The poet, Mildred Bowes Armstrong, says that the squirrel's body looks like an overcoat of grey. Overcoat of grey means do you all know what is an overcoat? The human beings wear an overcoat before on the top of the clothes in winters. Okay, so the poet is saying that the body of the squirrel looks like an overcoat of grey. It is of which color? The body of the squirrel is of grey color. He sat up straight to eat a nut. The poet is saying that the squirrel sits straight and eats a nut. Have you all seen squirrels eating something? They eat with such a poise, they eat with such good mannerisms that it is a beautiful sight, and it is sort of meditation to watch a squirrel having a nut. Just observe a squirrel when it eats. You will find it such a beautiful sight. Next, he liked to tease and play. The squirrel liked to tease. Tease is chidana. Do you also tease your brothers and sisters at home? You deliberately try to trouble them. In the same way, the squirrel also teases. He likes to tease and he likes to play. The squirrel is a naughty creature. He likes to tease and he likes to play. And if we ran around his tree, the poet is saying, and if we ran around his tree, then he went the other way. If we try to catch him, or if we try to run after him around his tree on which he is playing, then what will the squirrel do? He will run the other way. He will go in the opposite direction. Okay. Okay, so let us find out the rhyming words from the poem. How do we find out the rhyming words and the rhyming scheme? Do you know what is a rhyming scheme? Rhyming scheme basically makes a poem seem rhythmic. The flow or the musical rhythm that a poem has is due to its rhyming words or the rhyming scheme. So we just try to find out the rhyming words in the poem, and the rhyming words are usually at the end of the line. Okay, for example, in line 2 the last word is grey. In line 2 the last word is grey. Can you see this word grey? And in the fourth line there is another word play, and in the last line way. The three words are grey, play and way. Okay, so these three are the rhyming words. These three are the rhyming words. Now your homework is that you have to write down these rhyming words in your notebook, and you are going to write down this poem in the notebook and 5 lines about your ideas of a squirrel. How do you perceive a squirrel? Your observations about a squirrel. Okay. Thank you.